I think this is why we act the way we do right now. The toxic relationships that our parents used to be in.
Ooh, I remember those.
Them just talk like so toxic, and you would think they were over, and then that person would come back, and you'd be like, "Yo,
like what the fuck?
I thought we got rid of this nigga. Like, well, like what?
I thought we sent him off.
Well, I thought we sent him packing. Why is he?
Why is he back here? You know,
You be like, hey, who the fuck you in?
Me and your moms was talking. You know what I'm saying?
I see that. I see that.
Just like,
I see that.
yo,
I see that.
Are those bags?
Are you moving in, or you just coming to get the rest of your shit? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
Is that luggage?
You know what's crazy? Like during those like toxic relationships, as we were viewing them as kids, like, why did those guys try to connect with the kids and they'd be like, you know, I love you when they get kicked out. When they get kicked out of the relationship, like, yo,
but your mom is crazy.
Your mom is crazy. Trying to talk to you.
I was like, yeah, I know, but you gotta go.
Listen, all your shit that's in here, we trying to turn that into a little game room. So
and get your daughter out of here. She in my room.
Like, we don't even like.
Remember that whole situation? I was
like,
if you want to get through my room, you're gonna have to fly because she gave you my room. Oh man, I used to torture that lady.
Yo.
And listen, shout out to my friend. She knew who she was, but look, I'm gonna be honest. Thinking about it now, it was really weird seeing you in my 6th grade classroom, and then coming home and seeing you in my house. It caught me off guard.
Home, and you got a whole bedroom set up in my room. I was like,
yo,
it was a weird
different time frame.
I used to steal all her money too. I was like, it's gonna cost you to sleep in my room, baby girl. This is rent money.
I need a beef patty today, so
I used to buy crybaby for my little boyfriend in 3rd grade.
Not my little boyfriend in the 3rd grade.
Oh, he used to get crybabies. That's where the toxicity started.
Oh my god!
I used to buy him crybabies.
Yeah,
Yo, and the funny thing about it though is when you fast forward to it now,
he's like, this man.
As a man, looking at the mother my men used to deal with, including my dad, I was like, yo, I don't want to be like these motherfuckers. Like,
no, not one of them. I can't think of one good one. Rest your heart, mommy. But
listen, because there were plenty of times where you like your raggedy ass daddy, and I was like, well, you had 2 kids by him, so.
And then you had 2 kids with
Then you had 2 kids with another. Anyway, look, we not here for that. Look, all I'm saying is,
I'm just glad I don't have no other siblings.
Yo,
that I know of.
Right.
Because you know, at the funeral, I was like, I hope don't nobody show up that.
I don't know.
We don't know about. Cause
I got one little sister.
As far as I know, my dad only had 2 kids, and if some other kids show up, that's gonna be real embarrassing.
Oh my goodness, he gone.
Like, who
daddy? Why? Just like what?
Daddy,
what?
why?
Daddy?
Hold up. A minute. Who
Daddy?
You start smacking the corpse. What do you mean? You got another kid? I had a brother.
This is crazy.
Nah, but toxic. Oh my goodness. It could go in many directions.
Yo,
like
some people like toxic. Ugh.
Like
we
the shit,
always say that. Like people do like that toxic.
Starting the argument because to keep the shit fresh. I'm gonna go
take me on a vacation to keep it fresh. You're not about to make my blood pressure go high.
You know, the last person that told me that was like, yo, I don't even get a reaction out of you. Why don't you like get it? Like excited? Why aren't you emotional? I'm just like, because I don't. That's too much energy.
Too much energy.
Why do I want to argue? I don't want to argue. You want to be confrontational, to talk shit to that lady over there, and then like
y'all
fight it out, and eventually I might pull you off. If you're getting your ass whooped, I'll pull you off.
But it's like it shouldn't be uncommon to have a debate with somebody and just talk. What's the problem? Okay.
Even if y'all argue, that shouldn't be something that you like.
Right.
No,
like,
not at all.
Oh, nothing makes my anxiety go higher than art. I'm like, oh god, it's about to be an argument.
Yo. Because if I gotta raise my voice, I can't do it. Yo, if you can get me to the point where I gotta raise my voice, I can't be with you, big dog. Like, yo.
That's for me. I always try to talk things out. Because if we can talk things out, great. I'll hear you out. I'd rather just hear everything that you're trying to tell me. Because you got an issue, let it all out. Let it all out.
Without
screaming or getting real emotional or even getting like physical.
I definitely have my screaming.
Because you didn't answer your
You ever just
phone
feel like somebody's just not
Yo,
hearing you?
also, if you tracking your girl or you tracking your man, stop. Just stop fucking dating, okay? Because you don't trust each other. All right?
Clearly trust
you don't trust
They
each
be
other.
like, share location so I can make sure you say it.
Right.
I be like, nah,
Soon as the
I'm
motherfucker start, yo, you want to share locations?
No.
Oh, bitch, unless
Can you get me something from Burger King? You be like, wait, how the fuck you know
is
that
that
Burger King?
I can't do it.
This is why I do iPhones. This is why I do. I know I've been on.
First of all, you can
side.
share locations on Google. Don't disrespect us.
Listen, but I'm not doing that. Like, what
you can share locations on Google. Don't disrespect
if you
us.
give me, if you're saying, yo, I'm about to go to the store, I'm not gonna track you of which store
like,
you're going to.
Why you take this right instead of taking?
She could have went to 7-Eleven. Why did she go to the corner store?
Why did she go to this store right here on the corner?
Yeah,
It's
that
closer. They must be going to see some other bitch or some other nigga.
2 extra minutes to get home.
Why she go all the way there? She could have.
Yo, listen. It should never get to a point. And I, it's just me. Like, yo, if I gotta get to a point where I'm just yelling, screaming, cussing, I shouldn't be there. Like, me and you should never exist. Like,
I be shaking like. I can't do that.
I gotta give this person a shout out because we had this conversation like a while back. But yo, Ellie, the shout outs for you, girl. Cause we was chatting and she told me, like, she was like, hey, like, when people argue, when you're in an argument state of like a conversation with a person and the person's just sitting here just like trying to think of an answer to respond instead of actually listening to you, you're not really listening to the person. Because it's like, yo, you're not hearing me out. I'm letting you know what's going on with me so we can just talk it out. But you're thinking of an answer like, okay, how can I counteract with this?
Instead of
you
saying,
trying to think of your rebuttal.
Like
you're really trying. You're having a rebuttal. You're thinking of rebuttal to say, or,
and not even a solution,
or even just trying to justify. You're trying to justify your actions by whatever this person is saying. Like, for me, if I'm sitting here letting out my feelings, and you're gonna be like, but the reason why I did that because.
Well, I don't know why you feel that way. It's like,
just like, bro.
I just told you.
But it's also like, yo, and it goes back to like the simple rule, like when you learn in elementary school, where your teacher used to be like, listen first, answer second. A lot of people answer first and just never listen, and so everything gets missed because either they think you're attacking them when really you're just being like, no, what I'm trying to say, and this is how I feel. They're just like, no, don't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Well, I do. And I'm telling you why. See, I'll listen to anybody's feelings, right? Because as long as somebody has a feeling and a reason as to why they feel that way, you need to listen to it. Because that feeling is there for a reason. So if they said, yo, I feel this way, and these are the reasons why. But like you said, as soon as somebody said, I feel this way, as soon as they started explaining that they feel that way, you're thinking of a rebuttal to be like, well, you only feel that way because, but no, let me explain why I feel that way first. And then you can rebuttal.
Yeah.
But you're answering my rebuttal, you're answering my complaint before I can finish making it.
Yeah. Because literally they're hearing everything you're saying, like, okay.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Rebuttal. Bam.
But remember, what you said was they're hearing what you said. I don't need you to hear what I said. I need you to listen to what I said.
Exactly.
To understand.
I want you to listen, not just hear me just to hear me, but listen to understand. And people just don't do that. Yo, it happens. It happens. And you know what? With people like that, I feel it's like they've been dealing with just past trauma. So like they're always on the defense, just because like oh you coming at me with this? All right, boom. This is why I did this and this is why I did that. Da, 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 da. But you're not listening to the true issue here. Let's talk. Let's talk. But you're not listening because it's supposed to be reciprocated. You want me to hear you out, but like you're not reciprocating the same energy. So why why are we even having this conversation if it's not fluent? If the flow is not going this way, what's the point?
I know, yeah.
And another reason was more of like people haven't been healed from like past like relationships.
They just jumping.
Even or not even just past relationships, just relationships in life. Just think about it. Like you've been an individual that's just been pushed off in the corner for so long. People like shy away from your mindset, your ideas, and don't even hear you out. So of course, like you don't heal from that. So now you carry that onto every relationship that you go to, and you wonder why each relationship you've been through haven't been a success or haven't had a longevity to it. Be crazy. Life.
That's why I'm single. No.
Hey, listen, if you're going to jump into a relationship, to me, be healed. Recover from everything, know everything about you, and everything that needs to be worked on.
And learn why you accepted bullshit.
And think about it, and go even deeper for yourself. Like, you know, like, damn, does it go back to like when I was younger, when I was a kid? Like teenagers, childhood traumas, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. Like, we all got to dig deep into that in order for us to kind of fully recover from all relationships and try to start a new one with somebody different. Because you want to have a fresh start. I think, in my opinion,
I think one of the key points that I could give out is a new relationship should start a new book.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as continuing another chapter from somebody that you used to date because that was their book. But their book is finished now. You're starting a new book.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is a new story.
We always say new chapters.
Stop bringing old shit to new stories, or else that story is never going to change. You just, you'd be the baby's music. It's a new song, but it sounds just like the last one.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know why I thought of a lullaby, but I was like, oh no, you're the rapper.
See what I did there? I do it. But you know what I'm saying? You know how everybody say the baby's music sound the same? Yeah, it's a new song, but it sounds exactly like the last one.
Yeah.
If you're writing a new book with a new person, write a new book with that new person. Give that person the benefit of the doubt because that is the only way it's going to work.
Yeah. That's how it is.
But as soon, like,
it's supposed to be.
It can't be like, oh my God, you know how there's certain triggers that come from certain things, right?
Oh, it sure do. I be triggered every
day.
So
if a certain person wears a certain cologne, it's like, oh my God, no, he can't wear that cologne.
That's how you know you're not all the way healed, because I be having my triggers.
Because like, why I can't wear this cologne now, or why I can't wear this type of brand now, or why I can't wear this type of shoe now.
I'm like, I'm allergic to it.
and I can't wear it because like you think you're writing the same story from that last person in this new book. And that's why.
Now he can't wear YSL cologne.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, clearly you see her trigger.
Can't wear that Christian Dior no more.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. Don't wear that Burberry. No.
There's some ingredients in it that will just give me allergies.
This throwing subliminals. You know that's not good cologne, right?
That cologne is trash.
It's trash.
What does that smell?
Oh, you wear Polo? Oh,
did you take? Did you take the garbage out? Because I think it's the garbage smell
stuck to you.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's your cologne. Oh my God.
Yo, okay, so
if you're starting over new, start over new.
I was gonna say, from female's perspective, like, what would you say about this whole toxic relationship thing?
Oh my God. Let me just say, my first relationship toxic, second relationship not toxic, third relationship extra toxic. I feel like I've been in relationships my whole adult life, and now I'm just taking some time for me because it was like a roller coaster ride. Like, there was a time where I was extremely in a toxic relationship, then I got a break, and then I went into the most toxic relationship you could ever be in. And now that I've been single for 2 years, almost 2 years, I'm like, damn, I've never been alone. I'm learning things about myself, like getting closer to my family in these 2 years. I can go places alone, maybe not to the movies, but go places alone, learn myself, learn things I don't like, things I'm not going to sacrifice anymore. I'm not going to be like, I I know I don't like that he does this, but I'm gonna give him a chance. No. If I just don't like something off bat, I'm just gonna be like, no, because that's only gonna lead to me
Now,
being unhappy. One.
Is that going to affect you in your ability to make compromises?
No, it's like it's a personality thing. No, it's really a personality thing. Honestly, like, okay, let me give an example. A whole date thing that happened. I'll give you an example. If you ask me out on a date, I feel like you ask me for a number.
I feel it.
One, you ask me for a number.
Uh-huh.
So you ask me for a number so you can communicate with me to get to know me.
Right.
You plan a date, which is cool. You give me the date, the time, where you're taking me. That's great.
Oh, okay.
But then I don't hear from you for days until the date is happening.
Are you going on a date? Should you be allowed to go on the date?
If I'm the one that initiated everything, like I'm gonna give you two different versions. But let me answer your question though. If I'm the initiator,
and you plan a date for us on a Sunday. Let me give you an example.
okay.
And then I don't hear from you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I hear from you Thursday. Not even in the morning. Good morning. I can't wait to see you tonight. But Thursday afternoon to say, "Oh, are we still on for tonight?"
Oh.
Do you is that like?
Does that man deserve a date?
Does that man just?
Nah.
First of all, you told me.
This all goes in to consistency. If you are going to ask a person out on the date on Sunday, don't expect to be able to go out on that date on Thursday if you ain't speak to her since Sunday.
Because mentally, I've checked out probably. I'm gonna say Monday. I'm gonna give you a break because the work week just started. Everybody is Monday. The Tuesday night at least. Hey, how are you?
You know, because you don't really deserve the date because now the communication
is already
off. Because at this point, like, yes, I'm available. We're going out on Thursday, but I still want to get to know you.
Because I'm not going to show up for a stranger.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
At least give me a little something. Tell me your mom's favorite color or something. Like, tell me a little bit.
You gonna ask me out on Sunday?
First of all, how was your day?
Right.
First of all, you say you want to get to know me. How do you want to get to know me so bad that you let 4 days? First of all, you take my number down because you want to get to know me because I'm just the most beautiful person you've ever seen. Just saying, like, whatever. Don't you think that if you find me attractive, somebody else finds me attractive? So in those 4 days, you don't think somebody else has asked me on a date and maybe we have communicated? Mm-hmm. And now I'm just going to go out with him instead.
What is this, a job interview? Hey, I see you Thursday.
Basically, I'm like, you don't treat it that way. I mean, in a way, but like, it's
if
different.
I'm asking somebody out on Sunday, yo, what's your name? What you do? What you do for work? Where you from? Like, let me get to know you before I get to this date.
I want you to feel comfortable around me once we do have this date.
So it's not awkward.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, yo,
I'm such an awkward person.
Again. Like, oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Because on Wednesday night we could have laughed about some shit, and then on Thursday when you see, yo,
bring it up again,
exactly.
right?
Yo,
and I'm like, me, I could talk about anything. Like, I could legit talk about anything. But I am so socially awkward sometimes, so I don't want to just meet you on Sunday and show up on Thursday and be like, I probably don't even remember what you look like. So who the hell am I looking for in this restaurant?
Right? Like, what do you like? I'm sorry. Look, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you look as a man, one of the things that women appreciate is consistency. If you were consistent enough to say, "Hey, you're beautiful. Hey, can I talk to you? Hey, can I have your phone number?" You should be consistent in being like, "Hey, it's Monday. How you doing? How's your morning? Good morning."
Sometimes I feel like that plays on with guys like ego. Sometimes, like, I ain't about to text her. I ain't about to chase her. But you just pursue me.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, it does rely on the female.
It's like a
too.
game.
Because, like, you know, it does depend on the female too. Because if you are, and I understand, I'll put it out there like this. I understand if you are a busy woman. I heard that. So I understand you're a busy woman, and you know you work full time. Maybe your days is 10 hours, 12 hours long. I understand that, but you know, how can you say there's some shit men out here if you're not even giving that man the opportunity of a conversation? This is a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
When a man is supposed to, like, I know we're supposed to initiate everything. We make the first move. We make the date. We make
in my world, yes.
Yeah,
some women don't mind though.
But
Some
I think
women
my rebuttal for
it.
that is it's all about who pursues who.
That's what I think too.
If you are the man and you pursued her, you got to stay consistent.
Yeah. But if the female
I'm
is
letting
lacking,
you lead.
if the female lacks, and that's what I was trying to get into, like when the female lacks the response, it's like what type of effort I'm putting 70 to 80%, and I'm only getting like 20, less than 20. Like why am I still pursuing if this woman is
that's
not,
a little different, yeah.
That's different.
because it's like, yo,
'Cause
I want to get to know
date.
this woman, but it's just like, I'll conversate with this person when I have time. But like, yo, but you complain about how a man ain't shit, or this
Yeah, I
man
know.
is like, there's no good men out here. But you fumbled the bag on a man that was trying to pursue to you. Now I understand you've been in the past with some crappy men.
Shit.
There's been some crappy men out here that messed it up for some good guys. But when a good guy is trying to conversate with you and you're just giving me the I'm doing all right. I'm a bit busy at the moment. Can I call you? Can I talk to you?
Or hit you
next
up 3
time?
days later, like, I just seen your
Talk
text.
to me like 24, 25 hours later. You know what I'm saying? And then you'd be like, oh, hey, what's going on? You still alive? Like, bro, I'm checked out. Like, why should I even give you the effort?
Right,
I think a lot of guys, they face that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I feel like.
But that's the reason
I
why
say
you shouldn't
no.
fumble the bag.
If I'm not interested, I literally will say no. I used to lie and say I have a man, but now I'm just like, no, it's okay. Or I'll just say, hi, how are you? And just keep going. Like when I know they're about to, next question is going to be like, can I get your number? It's like, oh, hi, how are you? Bye. Like not bye, like in a rude way. I'm nice about it. But if I'm interested in you and I give you my number, I always text you back.
yeah.
Like it's always like communication.
It's good to know
If you
somebody
say hi
first.
to me on Monday, good morning to me on Monday, Tuesday I'm saying good morning to you. Wednesday you saying good morning, Thursday I'm saying good morning. You know, like. But if I don't hear from you, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
but
About
if
to hit
you
you
can't
up.
set up the date and then just be like, yeah, I'll call it Thursday.
And then I hate things like, yeah, like it's
You
like.
know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Because then at that point, even when you text her Thursday, she gonna be like, hey, because now it's like, yo,
Weirdo.
you're a weirdo. Like I haven't heard from you since Sunday. It's Thursday. Like,
And there's some women that's okay with it, but me personally,
but I can
No.
understand where your mind comes
Yeah.
from because all right, say you get the number. Now it would be different if he was like, hey, good morning, how's your day? And she was just like, fine.
oh,
At
that's
that point,
dry.
it's like, yeah, I'm not.
That
texting
means
you
she's
back.
not interested.
She's not
honestly.
interested.
You're not
But
Because
if
a woman that's interested in that man is like, oh, I'm great in keeping the conversation going. Maybe she just gave you her number because she felt bad, or a lot of women are afraid to say no at this point because you get stabbed, you get shot, you get
Yeah, I was gonna
cursed
say,
out.
oh, so you're not gonna give me the number, huh?
I remember one time I didn't give this guy my number in Roxbury. He was like, he followed me, he called me a bitch. He said like he should fuck me up or something like that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, like I said,
Mind you, even after you fuck her up, you still not getting her number. So
But now
I
you really
don't
not getting
understand,
it.
like-
Now I'm in the ER and you're going to jail.
He probably thought that was the key word to be like,
I'm gonna
oh
punch
my
that bitch
God.
right
You know what? I was wrong about you. I'm gonna give you my number because you threatened to
You
fuck
know
me
what?
up.
You said the
We're
key
already
words.
starting off abusive.
He said he gonna fuck me up. Let me give him this number.
You said
Go ahead
the
again.
key words.
I love me a thug.
But
Ooh,
not-
you said you gonna hit
so
gonna
it's,
hit me?
it's funny because
Knock
now
me
I got
out.
me abusive one.
Knock
girl.
my
I got
fucking
me an
teeth out.
abusive one.
now when
Got me an Ike Turner finally.
Ooh, I love
when
me a Ike.
when you get into it now, it's like, yo, most times these toxic relationships, a lot of women nowadays they just you know what? A lot of people now. I'm not gonna say women or men. I'm gonna say a lot of people because there are just people nowadays who have smartened up, and they have smartened up because seeing our parents go through these toxic relationships, we are now like, yo, why do y'all take that shit? Like, yo, like y'all sit here and let these motherfuckers
We got
do,
Glorilla out here
or
singing.
let this chick do what they want to do with you, or let this man do, and then y'all just take that shit. Nah, we not. That's why most times when us as young millennials get married, we be like, oh no, this shit ain't gonna work out.
I'ma
Nah,
go
bitch,
ahead.
I want a divorce. I'm done.
Like we throw that shit out there like back in the day. Homeboy done had 6 kids on you. You still with him. You ain't
Right.
getting a divorce. You ain't.
You know what I'm saying? You done ran down on
You
him,
done
like,
raised
he was
his
like,
other
right.
kids.
You know what I'm
Like.
saying? And then the motherfucker's in the car down the street from your crib, and you run up on the motherfucker. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna give Earl another chance.
And Earl gonna keep doing it because you keep taking him back. You done helped him raise his 6 kids. He's
Meanwhile,
gonna make children.
Anybody born in the 80s is like, wow, you dumb.
Like
I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yo.
you were like, you did what?
I took his kid to school one day. Like,
I bought him school
Now the
clothes.
situation is different, right? Like if y'all just not vibing at the moment and the time's just not right, and just like y'all take a little break and maybe I might come.
I'm
back
sure it's difficult to
and
be
do
married.
it. But like when you just blatantly like, yeah, I'm with her, but I cheated on her and I fucked this bitch. Now I got 2 kids by her. And then the original wife is like, I'm gonna stand by my man because you know what, Cleopa's been providing, and
oh man,
like.
Oh, that was that old time, like,
That's that
women
old
who stay
time,
at home and raise the
yeah,
kids. That's why they stay with their
man.
man, because they didn't have any type of job training.
He said, listen, man, ladies independent out here now, boy, you can leave their ass on Wednesday, they'll be fine by Thursday. Stop playing.
New house, new car, new credit.
New house, new car, new BBL.
And Tulum, and what's this other place? Dubai, Turks and Caicos.
And Dubai getting extorted by security.
Come back with a BBL, like.
I'm in DR getting that surgery, girl.
Come back home, snatch.
Oh, sitting on the donut on her plane.
With a sugar daddy from Dubai.
Right,
yeah. Y'all women can bounce back. Us men, we gotta have to.
Ooh, the bounce back is strong though.
Yo.
If you do it right.
Yo,
but
for
listen,
real.
but that's what men. So most men be like, yeah, I'm not. Listen, back in the day in the 90s, look, men ain't listen. When Ernestine said she was leaving, you like, baby, I'm not leaving. No, that pussy can't leave me. No, that pussy can't leave. Angelina, don't leave me, girl. No.
Nick said Beatrice.
Beatrice. Marsha, don't do it to me.
Nadine.
Oh,
Not Nadine.
That's that Bernadette love.
right, Bernadette. Oh,
You know
why'd
what I'm
you
saying?
do it to me,
Bernadette loved me
Bernadette?
so
Why?
much. Oh my God, Big Cheryl.
Bernadette, why? Oh,
You know what I'm saying? They dealt with that shit, but when they had kids and they kids saw what's going on, you be like, girl, you still with this motherfucker?
You know it's social media that changed the whole game.
it did.
Because
That's where we messed up at, man.
you can see other women on there now. You can message these women now. Back in the day, you had to go outside to meet other
That's
women.
right. You had to buy the Boston Herald, see what was in
You
there.
had to go outside. You had to go outside.
You had to go outside.
You had
And
to be looking.
them dates was blind
You had
dates.
to have moved in next door next to you.
Word.
You had to knock on the door. Hey, how you doing?
You had to be at the grocery store at Manhattan there.
Back when blind dates was blind dates, you call her, she call you, and when you showed up at the point, it was
That remind me of Friday.
it was a 50-50.
You said Janet Jackson more like Freddie
Bitch got
Jackson.
off the car like mother Freddie Jackson. Now they like, what's your name? Let me see your pictures, bitch. No.
Let me see the before picture.
No.
Even like the hotline.
Remember that?
hotline.
What was it
Oh,
called?
not the
The
party
party
line.
line. I got caught on the party line constantly because of Andrew. He'd be like, Mommy, she's on the party line. I'm like, this stupid bitch that blew up my spot. I remember I met a guy on there.
Motherfucker from
When I was in high school, oh my, when he pulled up, I swear he was from like Alabama or North Carolina or South Carolina. He pulled up in like this candy green thing on them jumping things, and he was he had to be
hydraulics?
about 59. I was like 15. He told me he was 20.
Oh shit, he was offering you dick and peppermints. Baby girl, I got this 6
He
inches.
was like, "Is that you?" I was like, "Nope, that's not me."
Y'all Gen Z kids are so lucky.
No, they're
Yeah.
not lucky. They needed to be on the party line.
Yeah,
Y'all
all
skip the party.
Women would be
line.
arguing on it. You be
all y'all do is get to see pictures in their hair about how they're depressed and take Adderall.
and cry.
Yeah,
So I
Like,
like,
ladies, stop crying on these apps. I be
But-
like,
but-
so you set the camera up,
just so you could cry on Instagram.
thought about what was going on, and started crying, and it was like, play.
And none of y'all look cute crying.
I sure did. Boogers. My eyes be puffy, looking like a blowfish.
I can't believe this happened to me.
He cheated on me 4 times and had 6 kids.
And they always start off like, I never do this. I'm like, girl.
You sound like the first slave. I can't believe this happened to me. You gonna cheat on me like this? And then you gonna hit me, abuse me.
That's ego. I learned that, honestly, with my toxic relationships. Thinking that this guy is never going to do this to me. That's ego.
Stuttering and shit.
That's an ego.
Yo.
There's confidence in his ego. I was just talking to myself in my car the other day about confidence
Yo,
and
because
ego.
you know, half the time when your sister brings somebody home and she be like, yeah, and then he think he the shit, and you looking at this motherfucker clearly like, she's
You
too-
be like, it's your ego that won't let you stop talking to this guy because your confidence would be like, I don't need this man. But your ego's like, nah, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going to leave all of this. Woo. I'm learning now to let that ego go.
Especially when you see the picture, you like, oh, that's him?
We saying
That happened to me. I was like, wait a minute. I let that play me?
Yo.
That's ego right there, but I don't care. I still think
Nah, it's not ego. That sometimes that shit be true.
Yo.
I seen the motherfuckers you date.
Whatever blinded us during that time frame.
I don't know
about
what
this
it
person,
is.
And then you realize, like,
You think about what he did. You think about how he don't really got shit. You think about, you know, all the shit. You be like, you had the house, you had the car, you show him this, you show him that. You had the bank account, he did. You had the credit, he didn't have. You be like, girl, are you fucking serious?
Listen,
Reality
is that Hennessy still over there?
yo, it is still around in
finish
this
yours?
vicinity. So
Let me see. Where's it at? Pour, because you know I need to pour.
It's.
Oh,
Isn't it? Oh,
I asked you if the Hennessy was over there.
No,
That's how
no,
you
we
know
are
you've been
looking-
drinking Hennessy.
Listen,
That's why I got my wine right here.
but I would say for this whole toxic thing, man, people just heal yourself, man.
It's just
Heal
trying to be
yourself.
toxic
Don't be toxic, but definitely heal yourself.
and stand your ground in relationships.
Don't tolerate. There we go. That's why I wanted to get
don't
into
tolerate no bullshit.
Yeah,
Look,
don't
if
tolerate
I tell you,
everything.
listen, things.
If you paying your own bills, you got your own job, you got your own car, you surviving on your own.
Don't ever think you need that person.
You don't need that. The only thing you really need from that, you just don't want to be alone. You got comfortable with them. Your ego. Maybe you're just not as secure as you thought you were.
And also, okay, you want a companion, but make sure that person's worthy of being.
Who's actually a companion?
Right. Because the time you spend looking for that perfect pair of shoes is just, you should spend that same time looking for that perfect man. Stop settling out here, man. It's 2023.
Yeah.
And that means perfect for you, not perfect under somebody else's standards. Like,
And don't get me wrong, I know shit happens, you know what I'm saying? There's some bumps in the road, there's some hurdles you gotta jump over and shit like that. That's normal shit. But just make sure that person is worth trying to hurdle. You know what I mean? Like, if you,
I feel like when you're right with the right person, those things don't even seem like hurdles. They're just
it's just
just
minor
like
hiccups.
life.
You know what I mean? And everybody has minor hiccups.
because I was in a healthy relationship before, and I was like, never argued, never got called out my name, and never got disrespected. Sometimes that doesn't work because it's the wrong time, and maybe you're not good with yourself at the moment, or they're not good with themselves at the moment. But
That's real.
once a person starts disrespecting you, they're just never gonna stop because you allow it.
Listen, always, if you look back on all the relationships you've been in, and you think about all the shit that's happened, and all the shit that's happened in that relationship with that person who was a good person, that at that time you was just like, damn, he just wasn't for me at that time.
Yep.
But then you leave that person and you're not with that person anymore, and you start over with somebody else, and you're like, fuck, that last person
That I
was
had?
probably the person that I should have been with.
Nah, for real.
But I'm here with this motherfucker who put his hands on me, or this chick that be trying
yeah.
to put her hands on me and
But you
disrespect me, and then you just think about it like, damn,
But-
I thought it was bad at that time, but it's way worse.
I have to say, when it comes to that situation, you gotta let that good person go. You didn't take advantage of that person the first time because you were still trying to work on yourself, which is no problem with that. But that person gotta go. You gotta let them free, because they can be the best significant other for somebody else that could truly take in that person during that time frame. You wasn't ready for it during that time frame.
You gotta
You
let
wasn't ready
time.
for it.
You gotta let time determine it, though. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not about the person; it's about the timing. See,
Yeah,
at that
timing,
point,
man.
at that time, it probably just wasn't meshing. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that it won't happen. It just means at that particular time and in that moment of time, it wasn't working. It wasn't going to fit. But that doesn't mean like somewhere down the line, you're like, all right, oh shit, it's meshing now. And we can make it work.
Yeah, you can definitely go back to it.
And
if she,
but
if he or
that
she
person
still
has
got
to be worth it though.
it. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. At that time, that person may be going through some things, and this is the true test of growth. Because if that person has grown since that time, and you've grown since that time, then that's the only way it's going to work. But if you're the one that grew at that time, and you come back, or you might run into that person, and they're still in that same situation, it's that don't mean you go back. Like,
No.
You like, I miss him. I miss her.
that
Let me
just
go back.
means like, all right, damn, they still not ready. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, but remember, as all good things, you know, like when your uncle be like, I should have went to college, but they're like 66 years old. You're like, late now.
Like, you-
Actually, you know what?
Do you really want them to
That's
know
not right.
this late?
It's not too late.
It's just
Because I mean, there were people in my graduating class that were like in their 60s, so they did. But you gotta want it though.
yeah, no,
You
for
know what
real.
I'm saying?
Really,
and
want
that's just
yeah.
it. You gotta want it really bad, and be like, all right, I'm ready for this now. I'm ready to take that leap of faith. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to change my life. But a person that's still where they are, that just means they not ready to change their life. They not ready to grow up. That means they not worth your time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, like time. Let that good person go, man. They could be doing something else. They could be with a better significant other. Make sure you're in the right state of mind and you had time to heal. That's why I'm saying heal, people. Heal. And then you can
heal some
recover.
more because.
Heal some more and then get yourself back into the dating.
And then
world.
those people who are not healed, stop traumatizing other people.
Yeah, stop fucking us up, man.
Just be by yourself and then just.
You about I
Traumatize
got
yourself.
a clean record. Don't make me get a court case.
Boy.
I don't want it.
And let people be themselves.
And stop trying to change people to make yourself happy.
Like don't get into that shit. Like I like doing this, so you should do this.
Ooh, I
No.
was in that. I was so unhappy. Like I'm
If
trying
that
to be
person,
whatever that person wants to do.
If at 8 o'clock that person said, "Yo, the game about to come on. I'm about to watch the game." Let that person watch that game, and you go do your thing. All right.
Ooh, I love space.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Space
or
is healthy.
if you a man and she say, "Hey, my show's about to come on," if it ain't your show, fuck it. Go watch it.
Either you watch the show
That
with the
don't mean
person
you love
or
each other
sorry.
less, or you don't fuck with each other less. That just means
I'm
on
still
Wednesday or on Monday at 8:30, she want to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you want to watch Atlanta Falcons versus Patriots. That's just it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just separate the two of them. Separation is key anyway. You know, makes the heart fonder.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you gonna watch what you gonna watch with your girl because you always gotta make sure
Yeah,
you get
you
that.
guys gonna have y'all
Or
shows.
your guy or your girl. If you a guy with your guy, you gonna watch what you want with your guy. If your girl with what you want.
You gonna have y'all shows.
Whatever. Y'all gonna have y'all shows. You're gonna have what y'all want to watch.
I mean, I would love if you watch Atlanta Housewives with me, but if you don't, it's no problem.
I can't
I don't know
stand
no
reality
man
TV.
that wants to
Do
fucking
not
watch
get
any
me
Housewives.
Some guys be like, I don't want to watch it. They be like, oh.
Yeah, certain ones, certain.
They be
shows,
into
man.
it. I be like, you okay?
Nah, she violating you right now. She violating.
Well, oh, sorry.
But other than that, people, glad to make another video, and you know, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all.
Make
that
sure
good
you
jazz.
comment, okay? Just like our videos, alright? And if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Uh huh.
Where's the dog at?
Where is Ferrari?
We out, y'all.